room for some sort of portable, tiny stuff that hitches onto door frames and stuff. But if you wanted to actually have room for proper equipment, you'd have to go down in the cargo bay and have it stored down there.
Okay, how long are we waiting?
Whenever
A week. Well, it said it was like a week for the Grav Explorer to be ready.
Yep. Realistically, that's gonna pass real quick. But what we as players are waiting on is Kyrath.
What?
We're waiting on Kyrath because his character is supposed to be coming back right about now.
Okay, so I arrived back on the ship. Where exactly is the entrance to the ship? Is it where there's lower level access? Is that where the ship entrance is?
You could come in through there. That would be accessing through the cargo bay. But those two long things on the sides, those are like airlocks, and there's like ramps down from them.
Okay. I guess I come in through those. Also, I haven't practiced my accent since last time, so it's probably really bad. So
That's okay.
So if it sounds like I don't have an accent, just imagine it in your head.
We practice for accents around here?
I do, because I can't do accents, unlike you guys can. Well, you and Jeriana can do accents.
Half the GM
Yeah.
crew can't do accents, so
And the other half of the GM
It's really
crew
just
can
Zariana
only do
and
one.
I mean, Zariana and Barry.
I can do two accents really, really good, but then they start to meld after 3 hours, so.
Okay, well, so I come onto the ship, and I go looking for Leopold, so I guess I probably check out the bridge.
and so you wander onto the bridge, and I don't think. And we don't have bedrooms assigned, so you just wander onto the bridge, and yep, he's there. Looks like he's looking over something on the screens.
Hey, Captain.
Hey, Jadic, what's up?
Did we go over how you wish to be addressed? Captain? Leopold?
Yeah, those work. Leo also works.
Leo?
Not exactly formal.
Okay, well then I shall use that. I was wondering when we were going to be receiving the credits from our last job. I have incurred some expenses and need to pay them off.
Yeah, about that. So technically, you weren't part of our crew when we accepted that mission, so we got paid separately, and I couldn't convince the rest of the crew that it should be split 6 ways. So
What do you mean? I saw that we had a deal.
An awkward silence ensues.
I cross my arms and look at him.
well, what kind of expenses do you have? I've got some ship funds laying around too.
For the moment, I need 600 credits. Out of character. These are called credits, right?
Yep, they're
Okay,
just all
okay, just checking.
Almost like I gotta open my Excel spreadsheet of monies. Yeah, sure, that's no problem. What's your account number? I can just transfer it to you.
I give you my account information.
And I'll transfer it.
So was it you or the crew who did not wish for me to be included?
Well, I thought you were helpful in, us making it out of there with the information that we needed, so it was more done to prevent crew mutiny, because technically you weren't part of the crew when we accepted them. Anyway,
My crew was on the same
So-
mission, and all of my friends, including Mina, gave their lives so that we could escape.
like, I agree with you. Okay.
Well, you're the captain, are you not? Do not
Yeah,
you
but I
control
also
this
need-
crew?
I need the rest of the crew to trust me. We're pretty new ourselves, so that was only the second mission we've been on.
Well, good work. I now trust that you can rob me and steal my due pay. Thank you. Then I walk out of the room. I go looking for some other people.
I imagine Turubio's in his room doing something. And let's see. Vera, what was it you were doing again? You were looking at the stats for the ship. Or not the ship, the Explorer.
Yeah. And just kind of organizing my stuff.
And we're gonna say that Gemini is locked in her room doing something probably similar, but the door's locked, so no one can go in there. And she doesn't respond if anyone knocks, so.
Actually, I guess I first go back to my room and check that the credits went into my account, and then I process them to pay off my debt.
Yeah, so they go
Can I
into
do
your-
that remotely, or do I have to go back?
Yeah, you can do that all remotely.
Okay.
I mean, it's possible to do physical exchanges of stuff. But we're not gonna dawdle on that. So I'm just gonna say that Zariana gave the guy your number as the captain of the ship, Leopold. So you get a call on your compad. Barry.
Yes.
He gets a call on his compad.
Yeah, he's got to answer it.
Hell, that's it.
You said he gets a call on his compad. I'm waiting
This
for him
is
to
true.
answer it.
I press ignore. I screen my calls. No, I'm just kidding. I answer it. This is Leopold Bosch.
Well, hello. I'm glad you are answering my phone call.
And this is
This is
Pause as he looks up
Justin.
the name.
yeah. Well, I'm trying not to screw up my notes too. I have like several hundred pieces of notes, and I just put them all in one, and I gotta find the name and make sure my push to talk doesn't screw up the text and whatnot.
Yeah.
There it is. My name is Bohai Yang. It's a pleasure to meet you. May I have yours?
I said when I answered, Leopold Bosch.
Sorry. Well, thank you for again for taking me on this mission. Do you have a time as to when I could possibly visit and maybe look at your ship? I need to confirm a few things.
Yeah, sure, we're all here right now, so if you wanted to stop by, that wouldn't be a problem. We're waiting on some equipment ourselves, so we're just kind of hanging out for a while.
Oh, thank you. That would work very well. I will see what I can do about stopping by. Shouldn't take me long. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Great. Yeah, here's our docking bay. And I don't know what that is, so I'll just go.
Oh, okay. That docking bay. Okay. I should be there, say, first thing tomorrow, about maybe 9.
Sure, works for me.
Perfect. Thank you. I shall see you tomorrow then.
Yeah, have a good night.
Ah, you too. And he will hang up.
And nothing else is really gonna happen, so we fast forward to the next day.
Yeah, he'll probably leave.
So wait,
we'll
so if I
tell
go looking
everybody
around
that.
for other people to talk to, does anyone want to talk to me?
Yeah, bar.
Is everyone locked around in their rooms?
By the way, y'all may pick rooms and whatnot. If you want more furnishments, just tell me what you want, and I'll see if I can't see if I have it, and if I can pull it out.
Yeah, Leo probably has a desk with a bunch of books and like writings on it. That's probably it, pretty much.
Okay, so take it. Vera, do you answer if he knocks on your door?
I guess.
Ah, hello there. What is your name again?
Vara Solara.
Ah, I'm Jadek, in case you forgot. How are you doing this evening?
Doing pretty good.
Do you have like the schematics and stuff out for the thingy-mabob that was purchased? Visible? I can
Yes.
see.
Yeah, probably.
Ah, what is that?
That is the Grab Explorer we just got. Well, ordered.
A Grav Explorer.
Yeah, look, it's so cool. And she'll start chattering.
Oh, listen. Ah, yes, that sounds very interesting. I'm sure it will be very useful. When is it going to arrive?
Out of character, remind me, a week, I think it was?
Yep.
I believe. Yep.
Supposed to be about a week.
Ah, I see.
Wish it didn't take so that. I wish it didn't take so long.
Do we have any plans in the meantime?
Aside from setting up the thing with the guy who wants to travel somewhere, I don't know. I don't know of anything else.
Do you enjoy playing card games? I find that they are an excellent way to pass the time.
Would Vara...
That is a good question. Do you remember any card games? I said that's a good question. Does Vera know any card games?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I don't know. I don't even... What are there in this... in this world?
All the normal ones. I mean, your world was kind of Viking, Norse inspired with a bit of Victorian steampunk sort of stuff. I think. I don't really know. I mean, realistically, there could be all the typical, poker and all the normal card games and stuff. It's your decision. Do you feel like that would fit?
I don't know. Not...
Flip a coin?
Okay. Apparently I do know some.
Well, would you be interested in playing? What about your sister?
She's locked herself in her room doing something. I don't know.
Well, we should see if any of the others wish to play. My favorite game does not go so well with only 2 players.
Which game is that?
It is called Schafkopf, or in this tongue, Sheep's Head.
Okay, I don't know about in character, but out of character, what?
It's a real game.
That's a game.
Yeah, it's a German card game.
I was so excited when I realized, wait a minute. I was thinking about this earlier today, that's why all of a sudden I was like, let's play a card game, because I was like, wait a minute, Sheep's Head is German and my character's supposed to be German, that means his favorite card game can be Sheep's Head.
It's a
Very
quality.
excited. That's why
It's
all
a
of a sudden I'm
quality
like,
card
hey,
game.
we should play card games. I decided that's something my character likes to do. But you can't play with 2 players.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Even 3 players doesn't really work.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea.
Well, that's okay. You don't have to know how to play it as a player, just as a character. And my character can teach you.
Yep. So I imagine you two trudge off looking for more players.
Yep.
Yep.
So, John, where are you?
In my room.
So, I imagine you hear a knock on your door.
Yep.
Okay, I go open the door and look out.
Hello. What was your name again?
It's Jimenez.
Jimenez? Well, I was wondering if you would like to play a card game with Vara and I.
Nope.
Maybe later in the week then.
So I
Do you
take
just,
it-
do you like close the door on us, or do you just
What?
stand there?
Yep.
Okay. I just say to the door, have a good evening.
As the door wishes closed.
Well, this is not much fun.
No. Hopefully the captain will wish to play with us. Otherwise we will have to go bother your sister. Okay, so I knock. Oh.
Yep, go
I
ahead.
knock on Leo's door.
Come in.
Hello, Captain. Would you wish to play a card game with Vara and I?
See him look up from the papers on his desk. Come on. Just let me straighten things out here on my desk for a quick second. You start shuffling papers around into files. And then he'll get up.
Are there general crew hangout areas on this ship, or do we play in the
The
engineering
galley
room?
would be the best
The galley.
idea.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to, like, get a crate, some smaller crates and set up in the cargo bay. But then you really don't have much in there.
Okay, well, I attempt to teach them both how to play three-handed sheep's head. Unless they don't want to play that game.
I'm
Well,
willing to
Leo's down
learn.
for it.
Let's see how well it goes. You're not a practiced gambler, but at teaching, I think talk would work for that out of the skills you have.
With what modifier?
Intelligence. Or, no, charisma.
Wow, why do I
Okay,
keep
then.
getting really good rolls on things that aren't very important? I am a master at teaching sheep's head.
So yeah, even though you don't quite have enough players, you somehow get a really good idea of how it's supposed to be played. Matter of fact, you could probably teach someone else. He's just really good at explaining it. And so I imagine, and so you guys spend, a couple hours, I imagine, doing this.
Yeah.
after you're finished, you just go to bed or.
Probably eat and then go to bed.
Yeah, so just normal living stuff. So if no one's got anything particular they want to do, then we move to the next day around 9 o'clock. And I assume you told the crew that the guy is going to be showing up at 9 the next day?
I probably made an announcement over it if there's like an intercom system or something.
Yeah. So I imagine you're at the one of the airlocks or at the probably the cargo bay, and you have it open and you're waiting for them or waiting for him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he shows up around 9 o'clock, and now it is Barry's time.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
So this is your ship?
Yep, this is the Pathfinder.
Ah, looks like she could hold quite a bit. What's the cargo capacity?
It's 100
I don't
tons.
remember. I can fit 100 tons of cargo.
Oh, very good, very good. And how much are you currently filled to?
We don't have very many supplies. We're actually in the process of acquiring a Grav Explorer to take with us, but that shouldn't take up too much space.
Ah, okay, okay. I'm just trying to make sure that my cargo will be able to fit in your cargo bay.
Yeah, how much space do you need?
About 50 tons.
Then that shouldn't be a problem.
All right.
What are you all
good.
bringing with?
Well, it's mostly some equipment that my fellows need over at our destination.
Yeah, can I get a list just so I can check everything through and make sure we're not hauling anything illicit?
If you so desire, yeah. Here you go. And he hands you a list.
Probably just pushes a button, sends a data file to your compad, it dings.
Yeah, I'll look it over later, but thanks.
No problem, no problem.
And when were you looking to leave?
Well, the sooner I get home, the sooner I get to Veneta, the better. But I can wait a few more days if need be. It's still taking a while, anyways, for the rest of my shipment to come in.
Oh, so you're still waiting on some supplies? Yeah, we're still waiting on the Grav Explorer to be ready to go, so... but if you want to start loading some of your cargo up in the meantime, we can help you out with that, but...
Very well, very well. I will start having what I have sent over, or what I have sent over, so we can start loading it. It'll probably be to this afternoon before the first of it starts arriving.
Alright.
But I am looking forward to this. Do you have space for me to bunk as well, or is there? Will it be one of? No complaining, of course. A ride is a ride, but I want to make sure that I at least know where I can put my head.
Well, currently our crew quarters are full, but I'll see if anyone will be willing to pair up, give you a place to stay, but... other
Wait,
than that...
am I there?
You can be there if you want, he told you
Okay,
about
yeah.
it, so you
I
could have
was
been
gonna say, I'll
standing
be
there. Yeah, anyone who wants to have been there, you know, for the meeting can be down there with him.
Well, sir, I wouldn't want you to have to sleep in the cargo hold, so I would be willing to let you use my accommodations for 20 credits per day.
Wait, don't we have enough rooms? I'm confused.
Yes,
many crew do
you
we
actually
have?
have a spare room. There's no one in the sixth floor.
Oh, we don't.
I'm
Wait, how do we
letting
have a spare room?
you have
Did
six
I
rooms.
miscount? Oh, did I miscount the number of crew members?
Yes.
Because we
Oops.
have 2 GMs, so we don't have 6 players.
Right. My bad.
20 credits. That's
I retract my statement of saying we're full.
No!
that's
Actually,
very
yeah, we
interesting,
do
but-
have one room that's currently unoccupied.
Oh, that will do fine then. Thank you. I appreciate the offer. Unfortunately, my company is also paying for a fairly decent sum to get us over there, I should say.
Yeah, this should hopefully go smooth sailing to get there. I was looking over the navigational charts earlier. It doesn't look like it should be too big of a deal.
Ah, good. Yeah, it was easy to get over here. It's just hauling 50 tons of cargo is a little more difficult for me. And he kind of holds up an arm. It's pathetically small.
Oh, I'm glad it could help.
Again, thank you.
You want to see the rest of the ship, or are you just gonna pop out, or?
No, I would definitely love a tour. It would be great to know where I'm going to be spending at least the next week at.
All right. Well, this is the cargo bay. Obviously, you can see it's quite large, but upper floor has all the bedrooms and everything else. So let's head on up. Is there anything else on the lower floor other than like the gun turrets and things? Isaac.
Yeah, yes, sorry. Is there any what on the
Is there anything else besides the cargo bay on the lower level?
no, it's pretty much just all the cargo bay. Maybe towards the front, because the opening to the cargo bay is in the back. But the front, like, there might be some like crawl space underneath, up past the cargo bay, but there's really nothing on the lower level except for the cargo bay.
Okay, yeah, then we'll go up to the second floor. And just show them around. There's not really that much to see, but
And the best way into the second level would probably be through like engineering. There's like a lift in engineering that just goes straight down to the cargo bay.
cool.
So you don't always have to use the ladders.
That's convenient.
Those of you who decided to shake his hand and whatnot, you notice his ring finger is missing. Or not ring finger, his pointer finger. Sorry, his pointer finger.
Does he seem self-conscious about it?
Not really.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask you what happened to your finger?
If you want, you can. It's nothing major. Just lost it in a dig a few years back.
Well, I didn't realize that digs were so hazardous.
Well, considering how much equipment I tend to end up moving, all it takes is a single slip and off it goes.
Yeah, so do you just ferry equipment around, or do you actually supervise excavations?
Not necessarily supervise, but I do help out when they need me to, but I mostly take care of, as you say, ferrying equipment across, making sure certain sites are at least well equipped.
So, what is the most interesting things that you have ever seen dug up at one of these dig sites?
I could tell you some tales. One of them was this really interesting blue marble, almost inlaid style computer almost thing. I'm not 100% sure as to how to describe it, but it looks really good. Again, I help out when I can, but it was something to behold. It looked very ancient. There was some really cool language on it. I know some of my colleagues were drawn to it very quickly and ushered me out of the room quickly.
Your company's working with the Clarity and Science Academy, correct?
Oh yes. At least,
Can you remind me
based on
the
this
name of
one.
your company? I'm just drawing a total blank.
He kind of looks at you a little awkward and goes, "Okay." Let me find my notes as to where it was.
Ah, the GMs don't even remember.
I do, but I don't want to ruin his. And I could just say it. The Hadean Preceptors.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what it
right.
was. I couldn't remember
Yeah,
how
okay.
to enunciate it. The Hadean Preceptors. We're doing a little bit of a contract work with the academy.
Oh yeah. I remember. Thanks. Yeah, well, technically I'm Claridian, but kind of got out of research.
And I think just with your science skill and your background, you would know that they're. I mean, probably from your perspective, they're just some upstart researchers from some backwater worlds who lucked out enough to have access to some pre-tech archives and teaching equipment. Claritas Academy doesn't have a super high opinion of them, but they're useful and helpful, and they have the same goals and objectives in a lot of things as them, and they're willing to work together.
Gotcha.
What are you currently wearing, Kylar?
Just wearing like brownish, like light brown to khaki pants and like kind of a dark red shirt.
It's interesting that you would say you used to be Claridian. You do not look like it, but I assume since you used to be, you had to leave for some reason, but that's just your business.
Yeah, I grew up mostly off-world. My parents were doing a dig on a different planet, so didn't really spend a lot of time back home.
I see.
So, this fascinating blue marble, was this found on the planet on which we are taking you to? Or a different dig site?
No, this was a different one. It happened just after my little accident, and he holds up his hand.
Ah, that's a shame. Also, I hear that this planet is quite interesting as well.
It is. This is one of the reasons why I am bringing about 50 tons or so of equipment. They are in need of quite a lot of things, and some of them fairly large, and I hope to keep my fingers this time.
Yeah, how good Terribio's role was, you would, if you remember his explanation, and you'd probably also know a little bit too. It's a pretty big. There's a lot of commerce that goes through that world, just for picking up, pre-tech garbage that gets found on the planet.
I imagine we were having this conversation while walking around the upper decks. So
Yeah.
I guess when we're done, we're like, well, that's the ship.
It is a very nice ship. Which bedroom were you, or quarters were you going to allow me?
Out of character, whichever one Gemini doesn't pick.
Wait, I'm assuming
don't-
that Gemini is going to be
I mean, next to her sister. Yes, that's
In
what
which
I also
case,
would assume.
I'm
It would-
gonna move up to this room then, if no one wants that one.
Okay. I figured it would be.
Speaking
one
of Gemini,
yeah.
Hey. Momentarily, we will.
Gemini
hear
with a
from you.
lightsaber.
don't want to let them near any more artifacts in case they randomly make those disappear too.
Hey.
I
Well, I don't. Do you even know about that yet?
don't know. I don't know it vanished. No,
You haven't even thought to
I know
look
it
for it.
exists. I know it existed, and I know I told them not to touch it.
And you just haven't gone and you haven't thought about it yet.
Yeah, no, he's been busy doing other things.
Well, you're gonna
Like,
have at minimum
like not
7
getting
days.
eaten.
Oh yeah, he'll definitely during the 7 days be like, hey, so what happened to that thing? Can I look at it?
Actually, I think it's 2 jumps to get there.
Um,
You're
How
gonna
many
have to
squares
do
is it?
one, two hex jump, and then one hex jump.
User joined your channel.
There we go.
yay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, all.
Welcome back. So we basically just had you locked in your room. It's the
Yeah.
morning of the next day after the buying stuff, and they're just about to finish up.
Oh,
what they
it's
are
the
doing.
morning, then of course I'm still in bed.
Yeah, it's like 9:10.
Morning, what's
9:20,
that?
Exactly.
9:10, 9:20 in the morning.
Alright, good. Well, then that means we haven't blown up anything yet.
Yet. Okay, so you guys finish up your tour and send him off.
Yeah, unless he's got other questions. Also, can you put his name in the chat so I just have it so I know it?
A good idea.
Is there supposed to be background sound?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you not hearing it?
It's a really low whisper that sounds like something's wrong with my computer.
Maybe you've got some sound settings turned down. I hear it just fine. Everyone else?
Yeah, I can hear it.
When I turn the
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything,
volume up
but
on roll 20 all the way, I hear a little something.
Yeah.
It's quiet.
Whoa.
Ah,
Oh, there we go.
I have to be careful because I have the volume up on Barrycam up a little. Well, it's max, so if I turn it up too loud, I get reverberating bass. In a headset. That's comfortable.
ah.
why not? That sounds like a fun time.
Ouch.
Okay.
Why does Jada get a labeled room?
I think because he labeled
Get a
it.
what? Oh, a label.
Yeah, he made that label.
That's fancy.
That's
I
having
want a
fun.
labeled bedroom.
Pick one.
Okay, I'll make one for you.
No, you have to be in the one next to your sister.
Who says have to?
Well, that's true. You could live away from her if you want.
What if I want that room?
Well, that one's not your room. That's where we just showed the guy he could sleep.
Dang it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we can switch it around because everyone else except for Jadic was here first.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine being next to Solera. Or Vera. Solera's our last name.
Okie dokie.
There we go. Now it's official.
There we go.
So-
Thank you.
Assuming no one has anything they want to do this day, we can just fast forward to some indeterminate day in the week when he gave you the time.
I want to try to convince Gemini that she should play cards with us.
Okay. What time do you want to do this?
Whenever the guy leaves and no one's doing anything.
So, like,
First I'll
9:30?
go. Yeah, I'll go by Vara first. Hey Vara, do you want to play some more cards?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's go see if your sister wishes to join us. So I knock on Gemini's door.
Here at
It's still in the morning.
Yep, 9:30 in the morning.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I open the door in my pajamas and with my hair a little bit tousled, and I say, "Yeah."
Ah, good morning. Would you like to play some cards with me and your sister?
Sure. Can I get dressed first?
Sure.
I give him a thumbs up and close the door.
Okay, I go knock on Leo's door.
Coming.
Good morning, Captain. Do you wish to play some more cards?
Yeah, sure, why not? Got a week to kill anyway.
Okay, I go knock on Toribio's door.
Good luck with that.
You're gonna get shot. Stop asking me to play card games.
Yeah, so Turbio, you hear a knock on your door.
I answer the door.
Good morning. The rest of the crew and I are going to play some more cards. Would you care to join us?
You play for money?
Sometimes.
Then no thanks.
Well, we don't have to if you don't want to, or if you do want to. Last night the captain and Vara and I did not play for money.
Fine.
I grin.
And we still don't have an answer on which way you want it.
Okay, I go to the galley and start making breakfast for everybody who's coming to play the game.
Mmm.
Breakfast.
Protein paste.
It's a great breakfast.
Ugh.
Because that's what you've all been eating if you haven't been going out and buying your own food. Ship rations.
We're poor. We have lots of loans.
So, Vara, you liking the newcomer?
Oh, he seems pretty
Oh,
nice.
my food is very bad.
I mean, it's hard to improve protein paste.
Uh-huh. I was just hoping I could roll really well and then pretend like I have some secret trick to seasoning it, but apparently not.
But you've succeeded in making it less appetizing.
Oh, should we go see what's for breakfast?
Yep.
I hope it's not more protein bars.
Yeah.
Don't worry, this is more like a goo soup than a bar.
It's like
Oh,
sad
that's
oatmeal.
lovely.
It's like sad oatmeal. You know, like if you've seen The Matrix, it's like that.
Oh. It's a food I never wanted.
Yeah, basic ship rations are not pleasant. They keep you alive.
Yeah, I don't think I remember that particular
life.
detail of that movie.
I just watched it 2 days ago, so
Ah.
it's fresh in
Does
my
any-
memory.
Does anyone watch the Heroes of Awesome on YouTube from the Weirdlings?
What?
You say the Heroes of Awesome?
Yeah.
I haven't heard of that.
No,
Neither
but
have I.
Alright. Alright, I'll have to link it to you guys. They just finished a quest where they had a magic pot that made even the most disgusting food edible and good. And I was just wishing we had one of those.
Well, we're headed to a pre-screen planet, so maybe we'll find that. Although if that's what we end up getting on our loot roll tables, that'd be pretty sad.
True.
Although it might be useful in this situation.
At least for a happier crew. And you never know. The strangest things end up being useful.
And
Yeah.
there are planets with food that you can't eat without shenanigans.
Like this one.
So it would actually
Breakfast
be
just got
useful
epic.
for survival reasons. What?
Yes, the music has changed.
I said breakfast just got epic because the music just changed. We walk in and like the pot's there and it's like, oh no, here comes our mission.
I
which is
epically I
breakfast.
prepared it so epically that it just looks epic. It just doesn't taste good.
It's really trying to make an impression on the crew. Everything's laid out, the plates are there, everything's, table
And as the epic
etiquette.
music plays, it slowly pans down to the slop in your bowl.
with like 3 leaves of parsley in the center of it, put a nice decoration. It still looks
Yeah.
like basically wet oatmeal, but
Yeah,
And
parsley
some really German. And like he sprinkled like anise seed, ground up anise seed over the top of it.
and it doesn't go together.
Gemini
also,
leans over and just
Who
goes,
likes anise?
ew.
The smell of black licorice from the hot heat wafts up to your nose.
Oh, ew, is this?
I thought I was the one with low charisma.
These are space rations. I almost said space rations because it sort of rhymes. That's not what they're called.
I know what is. What have you done to it?
I was trying to make it taste better. I don't know if I succeeded.
What if it tastes the way it smells?
Well, I mean, does your character like black licorice? Because
No. Okay, I don't like it. In no universe, real or fantasy, does any character I play ever gonna like it.
Aww.
Ugh.
I look
I
slightly
understand
sad.
the sentiment.
Leo just eats it. He does not look disgusted. He just eats it. His face remains neutral. But he's also kind of smiling at Gemini's reaction.
What was the thing you did with the spicy food to see if Farah could handle it?
Like a physical save.
Apparently she doesn't like it either. Ew.
you take one bite of it and it pretty much
You,
takes
you
all.
rush off to the restroom.
Yep.
You're not in the room anymore.
Don't worry, the fun part of breakfast is playing the game, not eating the food.
Now you're down to play.
Well, at least you tried, Leo. Energetic.
Yes, odd how we're still confusing you.
I look around though to see if any bread or untainted rations.
Well, in that case,
Where's Toribio? I thought that he was going to join us.
I go looking for food
Oh,
in
do I
a
have to
flowering
move my
field.
thing?
Yep, you're
There you
free
go.
to move it.
I'm just reading this unbelievably Byzantine rulebook.
What does that mean in that context? The adjective Byzantine.
Complicated and confusing.
Okay.
Right, as soon as I find an untainted teen bar, I begrudgingly start eating it as I say. So what game are we playing?
Yes, we are going to learn how to play Shafkov, or Sheep's Head in this tongue. I taught it to your sister and Leo last night. They were pretty good at it. It's less paid with 5 players, so this should be more fun. I start explaining the rules.
Right. Well, if Bar can get the hang of it, then I'm certain I can too.
Hey, I heard that. As she comes
Wasn't a
in.
diss. It wasn't a diss. Oh, you're very smart. But it takes a lot of brains to know how to fix that engine back there.
Yes.
But we both know I paid attention while in school.
And we can all just say you all pick it up. But if any of you are interested in how good you are at this game, we could all have rolls. Just straight 2d6 with intelligence, I would think.
Oh, jeez.
Well, that's no fair.
I thought I rolled well. Good grief.
Toribio?
I think that's cheating.
Yeah, what?
Oh, whoops.
No worries. It happens.
Well, I'm glad that you all seem to be getting the hang of this. Perhaps we can play more often. I find this very relaxing.
Toribio at least figures out how the game works. What is that ball of cheese?
bread. I'm trying to resize it. It doesn't want to resize, so oh well.
It's the giant bread.
All hail the giant breakfast bread. It's better than what you're eating.
It's true.
Yeah, so you all just play the day away until you go your separate ways, off to do whatever you want. Does anyone have anything particular they want to do today?
Find something edible.
Well, I mean, you want something edible, you have to go out and go shopping. You could also just upgrade the ship's rations and pay more for life support by a handful of credits.
Well, before everyone disperses, I'll say, well, since we're going to be here for 5 more days, if we could go out and look to see if there are any odd jobs anyone needs done on this planet, and we could try to help them out for a little bit of credit, and perhaps use some of our earnings on a big nice meal at a nice restaurant rather than these rations.
Wait a minute, I think I missed a discussion. Why are we stuck here?
Apparently, we bought some fancy something or other that Farah can tell you about, and it has not arrived yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
the Grab Explorer is gonna take a week or so.
I do remember that. That was a good investment.
Yeah, I mean, out of character for you guys, we can just, fast forward if you guys want.
Yes, please.
Or you can
Yeah,
try and
I
get
bought
involved in
everything.
unpleasant things on this planet filled with deadly chlorine gas.
I don't like Diesel, so I'm fine with skipping through most of the stuff.
Yeah, this planet's annoying.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on. You know you want to work with
No.
Hulk and Finn.
No, Hulk and Friend just
No.
get thrown off into the chlorine gas, I think.
Or get a
Could we
spike
just
in the
make it
face.
one roll to see if we can find a job to pay for one restaurant meal rather than lame-o rations for 5 straight days?
I mean, if you're really set on finding a job, what sort of job you looking for?
A quick and easy job.
It doesn't take the rest of the night.
Well, I mean, you need to tell me how you're going about looking for a job. I mean, this is a pretty think about
I
going
get
out
on the
today and
extranet.
the extranet. Okay, what sort of work are you looking for? It's what field?
I search for jobs that pay and only require 5 hours of work. I don't know, short-term career job or something.
Okay, you have Connect?
Oh yeah, what?
Do you have the skill Connect?
Oh, connections. No,
Yeah.
I don't. Do I? No. I have computer, I have no, and I have talk.
Yeah, Leopold finds something. Give me 1 second. I was somewhat unprepared for this, but it is a learning experience. Darn, the perfect page is not done yet.
Well, we don't necessarily have to actually RP any of this because I'm all for fast forwarding. I just
Yeah.
want to have flavor to say I didn't just want to sit on the ship for 5 days.
So you can find something. You can find actually a couple of small things to pass the time that net you a couple hundred credits. But on such short notice, Jadic, you have connections you know how to deal with the seedier stuff. You can get risky, decent amounts of money stuff if you want. But what are you looking for?
Yeah, I was mainly looking for simple things that I could do with some of the other people in the group.
Yeah, most of it's just simple courier stuff down in between the lower areas and the upper areas. As long as you don't ask any questions about what you're carrying or open the packages, then yeah, there's work.
Or if anyone needs a German to English translator.
I mean, not so much in the short time you're here. That's a longer term.
Or
higher
if
on
someone
position.
needs a Mandate to Spanish to Russian to Chinese to Japanese to Latin to Arabic translator.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he knows a lot of languages.
Yeah, I think Zariana does too.
I do? Okay.
Well, maybe it was someone else. I don't remember who chose what.
I think it's just me.
We're still getting used to it. Maybe it's just you.
I have so many languages, it's absurd.
Yeah, I know someone took a focus that lets them speak every language, so in the sector that's common. That might have been you.
Oh, I think I was gonna take. I haven't taken that yet.
But yeah. I think it was Ariana who took that then.
Yep.
Yeah, so yeah, you can do that. You have the skills.
You speak all the languages common to the sector, and you can learn new ones in a workable level in a week, becoming fluent in a month. That was me. My character learned new languages and like, hey guys.
So yeah, so you're gonna take the package shifting jobs?
Sure. And I'll go with him in case he needs a translator.
Yeah. So over the course of the week, you can make about maybe $2,000 if you're constantly running packages. So the more you run and the more successful you are, the better stuff they are willing to give you.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Is it $2,000 just between the two of us or the whole group?
It's just $2,000 total for all the work done. And that's if you don't take the super terribly risky stuff. You're still gonna have to make a roll. I can't let you do illicit stuff without making a roll.
No. I don't think. I think Kyrath and I were both doing just simple things, right?
Yeah.
Alright, well, if they don't help us, Kyra, I think we should just split it, you and me.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have, if either of you has sneak, you can be in charge of that and roll sneak.
With what modifier?
I'm gonna say charisma or wisdom. Yeah, you get by. You don't get caught or anything. Nothing. No complications from this.
Yay! Next $2,000 to spend.